Howdy, I'm John Richmond, and I'm the inventor of the Sluice Goose Industries GOLDROP, gold and pay dirt separating processor. Recently, the GOLDROP participated in a testing program through MERCURY free mining, financed with $50,000 through the Gemological Institute of America to search for technologies to stop using mercury in the artisanal mining community. This test found that the GOLDROP was the only device to produce a smeltable concentrate and the only device that actually recovers more gold than using mercury. To verify this result, the GIA financed an expedition to Colombia to visit mining sites and show the miners the GOLDROP and have them use it and gather data. All of the miners loved it. We recovered this flour gold that they've never seen before, and we recovered mercury that was just amazing. So these miners, they're mining ancient mining grounds. So they're tailings and tailings and tailings on top of tailings, and so there is no more big gold. So the GOLDROP had a tremendous result, finding the small gold they've never seen before. And so now the Gemological Institute on June 5th came out with a press release praising the GOLDROP, and then also going to be financing more trials and tests in Colombia and Peru to further gather data for the use of the GOLDROP. So today what I'd like to show you is, I'll hopefully show you, is recovering flour gold, or this microscopic gold that just is not seen. And my pay dirt is going to be a 50-pound bag of Home Depot all-purpose sand. So I will be classifying this sand through a, well, it's a number 16 screen, so it's basically 46 thousandths diameter screen openings. And since I know there isn't any flake gold in there, so the closer you get the classification of the dirt to the size of the gold, the better results you'll have at recovering them. So now we'll go ahead and I'll break open this bag of all-purpose sand that I got, Quikrete all-purpose sand I bought at Home Depot, and see what gold's in it. This 50-pound bag of Quikrete all-purpose sand produced, oh, it was about a half a bucket of the sand portion, and then there's about a third of a bucket of the gravel portion. The gravel is mined by Knife River in Salem, off a slough of this Willamette River. Their Quikrete truck shows up every day to get a load in their trailer. begin, I'll load up the magnet sluice with the magnetite. This is the third capture. It snags the gold out of the tailings as they get discharged from the gold drop. It's pretty thick. It's about 1/4 inch or so. Then now what I'll do is I'll place this miner's moss. It's a commercial grade, 7/16 thick, and this will line over the top of the magnetite. Give the water flow a lot more resistance. And force the gold to drop out. Then I have this flow control device here, this little dam, that spreads the flow out evenly across the miner's moss as it's exiting the gold drop. So now we're all ready. We'll get ready to go here and put a jar on. Open the gate valve. And then set the water settings. So the drop water gets set at 0.25. The mixing valve in the front is set totally open. The mixing valve on the side is totally closed. And then the water in the funnel here is halfway open. And now, I have to add water. The dirt wants to be just sloppy wet. So we'll add the water in here. Make it sloppy wet. Get my scoop. Now we're set, ready to go. Oh, I also add Dawn or dish soap of any kind, jet dry, whatever, break the surface tension. So now I just start funneling in, scoops at a time. Okay, that's pretty much it. Now we'll wash out the bucket. Okay, totally clean. Now I'll wash out the funnel. Wash the machine. Okay. Now we'll go ahead and empty the jar and see what's in here. Okay, first we'll go ahead and turn up the water on the drop cell here in order to keep all the material up in the trap. Close the valve, and then we can unscrew the jar. Keep that, and now we're going to drain the trap because the trap is a secondary capture for the gold. So just open it up, drain it out, open up all the valves. Make sure there isn't any debris that gets stuck in them. You don't want them to be back flushed up through the system. And then let it drain. Oh, and then turn off the funnel water too. There, everything's shut down. And now we'll find out what gold lies in the trap and in the jar. This will be the gold captured in the jar. See what we got here. And we have gold. Here, let me show you here. Let me clean this up a little better. So here's what gold was in the jar. You see that pretty clearly, I bet. I can't see, I'm just totally sunblind here. So anyway, there's the gold that was in the jar. So now we'll see what gold was captured in the trap, or what could not fall into the jar because it wasn't quite dense enough. We'll just set that right there for a moment. And now we'll empty the material that was in the trap into the gold cloth pan and see what we got. Okay, that's empty. Yes, we have gold that was in the trap. Smaller yet than what was in the jar. Here, I'll show you this here. Get rid of this. Get that gold spread out a little bit. It's a little difficult to see. Maybe we can catch it here. Geez, I am just totally blind. I hope I'm getting a view of that. To empty out the magnet sluice, first we're going to roll up the mat, take the dam off here, stick that in the funnel, then we'll roll up the miner's moss here. And place that in the can, and then we'll use the flow control there to scrape out the sluice, get all that magnetite into the pan here. There we go. And now we'll go ahead and use the spin it off, remove the magnetite, and see what flour gold we recovered. Okay, the mat's clean. And then we'll add in what was in the sluice. And now I'll use the spin it off in order to remove the magnetite. Now as the magnetite is being drawn up, it's still hanging on to a lot of this mineral because it's just the friction of it. So after you stop getting a big ball on the end, you're basically done. So after you remove the magnetite, now you want to go ahead and pour the water back into the bowl, into the tub that you cleaned the magnetite from. Now this is our mineral here that is the non-magnetic that was captured by the magnetite. But this magnetite still has mineral in it. So you want to clean it out a couple of times. Remove the magnetite again. So each time you clean the magnetite in this procedure, you will be releasing more of the mineral that is stuck in it. That looks good. So now we'll go ahead and pour the water in this one where I remove the magnetite. So you can see how much more of the non-magnetic material that was recovered by washing the magnetite again. So now we'll add this to that batch. And now we'll clean it one more time. And this way you're capturing all the magnetite that was in the sluice, and possibly magnetite that was still in the dirt too. And you'll never lose your magnetite. You can always use it to run the magnet sluice. That looks good. So now we'll go ahead and pour the water back into this pan here. And you can see how much more of the mineral, here's a better view, how much more of the mineral was dropped out. So now we'll go ahead and add that to our batch here. Since there was so much there, I'm going to do it one more time. Looks pretty good. You see how much more mineral was dropped out. Well, you can see there was even more, not as much of course, but you'll get more that way. So you could clean it out over and over until you don't get any of that. Because really this is where the gold is residing, in this material captured in the magnetite. So we'll just go ahead and process that and see what we get. So this is the mineral that was captured by the miner's moss and the magnetite. So we'll see what flour gold we'd extract out of this material. Holy mackerel. Look at that flour gold in the ribs here, in the riffles. That is pretty remarkable. All that little tiny gold. This is all gold that mercury cannot capture. It ain't happening. So anyway, let's carry on and see what other gold is under that black sand right there. No way. No way. This is the flour gold found in Home Depot Quikrete all-purpose sand. That is doggone incredible. Well, this is why the GOLDROP was found to be more productive than mercury, because this is gold that mercury can't even capture. So here is the actual proof of what the GOLDROP can do. So I'm totally amazed. Totally amazed. Well, this is the total gold that I got out of that Home Depot Quikrete all-purpose sand. That's pretty incredible to see that tiny gold. Well, there you have it, proof positive. The GOLDROP gets flour gold that no other device can. And it even recovers more gold than using mercury. Well, if you'd like to read the report, go to my website, www.sluicegooseindustries.com, for further information. Well, thanks for watching, and thanks for being interested.